Welcome to Pillars of Rest, where you can find special material for our sisters, by our sisters. This is a Sons of Thunder exclusive platform focused on building, encouraging, uplifting, and engaging with the daughters of Zion. Here you'll find personalized and interactive content geared towards showing what it truly means to be a pillar of rest. Interviews, scripture breakdowns, tips on motherhood, marriage, and testimonials are just the beginning of the many things to learn from and enjoy in this program.
When you bought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come come to settle up, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trust the young was misled our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no talebearing. Get deep behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get deep behind me, Satan.
We're commemorating the sacrifice of our King, Hamashiach Yahweh, right? We're commemorating his mighty sacrifice, man. He went to the death and to the torment with no fear, with nothing but courage and complete faith in the Most High God, that he will be resurrected and serve at the right hand of the Most High God, man. Right? So when you keep in this Passover, you have to make sure that you are ready to partake of that unleavened bread. You have to make sure that you're ready to partake of that lamb. You have to make sure that you're ready to partake of that bitter herb, because this is not a light thing. This is a mighty and heavy feast day to be a part of, and it's a blessing and an honor and a great mercy from the Most High God to be a part of. So take this with much gratitude and with much sincerity, and when the next Passover comes, you're even more defined and even better than before. Come Shalom.
I hope y'all like that. That was an application by Roy the Chef. It's dangerous out here. I hope you guys make it home safe.
Why is she evil?
Because like, yeah, they would say,
She into a skull.
nah, she would say evil for us. It was like,
She's just crazy.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
she's manipulative. Well, now he's saying. Yo, check it out. You ain't worried about that.
they're going to show you at the end.
So that is that a knocking out for 1 minute? That's probably
Yo, what was that about? Don't worry about it. You wouldn't understand.
Us, blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics are walking around and they do not realize that they have a nation. But you do. Sometimes we can take that gift for granted, Con. We can take that thing for granted. But we have a nation. What does that mean? That means we have a culture, which y'all are enjoying. We got music. But most of all, what? We have a God. Con? Now with that comes responsibility. It comes your discipline or your religion. That's what religion is. It's your discipline. And what does the God that we serve require? We know that he has laws. We know that he has a son that's our savior. We know that he has prophets that's deep. And all of that is deep and spiritual. But there's something that I want the nation to focus on with the little time that I have today. That is brotherhood. Brotherhood, which follows with sisterhood, is the same thing. Brotherhood is the final chamber. See, we can get deep with all the prophecy. We can understand all the breakdowns. But if we can't solve the puzzle of brotherhood, then we've accomplished nothing as a nation. Y'all with me so far? Y'all tracking me? All right. I promise I ain't going to be long-winded. Listen to me. In Psalms 133, the Lord said that the unity of brethren, there is nothing better than that. Y'all know that scripture? And in the New Testament, Paul told us in Romans 12, he said that we have to honor each other in brotherly love. What? Preferring one another. That's something we ain't figured out yet. It has to become against our religion to disrespect one of our own people. Y'all hear me? It has to become against our culture to be violent towards one of our own. We got to always see the humanity in one of our brothers and sisters like the other nations see in theirs. They got no quarter when it comes to you. They cruel, they impatient when it comes to you. And when we looking for love, some of our own brothers have become like the nations to try to separate themselves from the hurt that come with what we come from. But you can't escape that thing. You got to heal it. You got to accept it, embrace it. And what the Lord say? You got to show brotherly love with affection towards one another. All right? Sometimes we can't do that. Sometimes we look at our own as the enemy also. So you got the enemies all around you. And then you got your own brother looking at you the same way. We can't have that, Khan. It has to become against our God to be disrespectful to one another. We got to look at another brother that look like us, another sister that look like us, and say it's a part of my religion to love and honor you. Okay? For me to serve my God properly, I got to love you. We got to do it like that, Israel. We got to watch how we talk about each other, the things that we say. These words carry meaning. And we got to be mighty to build each other up. What is our culture and our music that they given to us in these last days, man? It ain't building us up. So we got to be able to do that for each other, because y'all are the ones that are aware that what? You got a nation. Say that. Say nation. You have.
I'ma give it my all. It's over when you blink. Hit the pearly gates, gassed out, empty tank. In the kingdom of God, I testify in his courts. Until then, think of what you do it for. What you do it for. Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. Think of what you do it for. Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. This is my vow, my instruction to keep you from corruption. 99% won't do. From the sweat of my brow, I got you covered. The strength of 1,000 can't touch us. Friends turn family, unbreakable bonds. Experience bring us close, having bread with the wine. More than a neighbor if I see myself in your eyes. The whole world gonna know we was with the Most High. Set aside for real, divine nature at its finest when we come together. It's one mind and one body, a collective effort. I relish in the fellowship as if it's nothing better. If I should disconnect, it's only for the devil's pleasure. Choose one, I'm rooted with my reason every day. I prove my allegiance, you gotta choose one. I'm rooted with my reason every day. I prove my allegiance, I'ma give it my all. It's over when you blink. Hit the pearly gates, gassed out, empty tank. In the kingdom of God, I testify in his courts. Until then, think of what you do it for. What you do it for. Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. Think of what you do it for. Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood.
Every time the brother delivers, every time the brother delivers, peace and safety to the elect in the four corners of the earth. My name is Brother Yahweh All. Welcome to Sabbath class with the Sons of Thunder Israelites. All right, where we bring you spiritual edification and fellowship. Okay, y'all let me know that my mic is good. Y'all let me know that my mic is good. Just looking in the chat. I got the best chat on YouTube is Sons of Thunder Israelites Friday class. The best chat. All right, they're a little crazy, but they the best. They the best. All right. Okay, everybody's saying I'm good. All right, con. Hello, yeah. All right, listen. Tonight's class, solutions. 3 things we can do right now to make a change. A lot of times we kind of lock in and focus on our dire situation and the reality of what it means to be in this truth, and I'm gonna touch on that. But there's things we can change right now. There's things we can change right now that can make things better for us if you want to. And these things are our choice. All right, these things are our choice. All right. Danny said, never stop with the classes of edification. As long as the Most High keep breath in my lungs, man, and keeps me mentally able with my faculties, I'm going to keep bringing you classes like this. Thank you for your support, man. Also, speaking of that, speaking of classes and brothers putting the work in, make sure you supporting our Patreon. We got the best spiritual Patreon on the internet. Nobody's touching it. I'm gonna say that, vainglory, you call it whatever. Nobody's touching it. My captains are putting in so much work on Captain's Corner. We got feast day videos. We got behind the scenes footage. We put in books, PDFs, literature, resources. We got exclusive camps. We put in debates with all of our slides up there, and we got tribal fitness. And one thing that's missing is our specific women's content, pillars of rest. All right, something that we tried to do that was dynamic for the nation, which was make a way for our sisters to be involved in the ministry. We know that the Bible says they can't teach. A lot of times our sisters are relegated just to supplementary role, like making fringes and serving food at feast days, which we need. But some sisters want to do more. They want to be more active and involved in reaching the 12 tribes, but they want to do it in a feminine and lawful way. We created that with them. We made the Pillars of Rest program. If you want to join, all you got to do is send an email, okay? Join the Pillars of Rest right now. Say, I'm a sister. I'm inspired. The Most High got the spirit on me. I want to be a part of the Pillars of Rest. Bang. There you go right there. All right. You want to join the camp? Same spirit for you men. You see the same faces out there at 5 Points, man. The work is a lot, but the laborers are few. A lot of y'all want to watch us do the work and comment on how the work should be done. I challenge you to get up out of that armchair and come and join us, man. Put on your gray shirt and come be a warrior out there with us and take on the burden of 5 Points, man, or the burden of Washington, D.C., or the burden of Montgomery, Alabama, all right? Or the burden of Florida, or the burden of Louisiana, or the burden of Texas, or the burden of New York, or the burden of California, man. We need you brothers to step up and help us push this word. If you love our style of teaching, then help us do it. Learn, come sit. We got everything in order for you, and we will prepare you. Come sit, be raised up, be a part of the family, show your loyalty, go out in your city and make more brothers that got the same spirit, because that's the change you want to see in the world. Bring it to them, man. If you believe this is the right doctrine, this is the right way, bring it to them. Step up and help us do this work. Shout out to our sponsors, our perennial sponsor, the IDC. Season 2 is on the way. All right, keep your eyes open for that. Now, what I want to say is Feast of Tabernacles coming up. Monday, we will open the doors to our Eventbrite invitation, allowing you to book your reservation and keep Tabernacles with us. Don't wait. We got the peninsula out at a specific location in Georgia. We got a peninsula of space, all for us. Male and female bathrooms, all right? Privacy, where we can worship and be Israelites together. But when all the slots are gone, they gone, and that's it, okay? All right, that's enough of that. I think I touched on everything. That's enough of that. Now let's talk for a minute, man. First, I want to shout out all my YouTube members in green too. I see all of you guys in the chat, man. So many YouTube members, so many ways to support the body, and we appreciate it all, man. We appreciate it all. We make use of it. We helping people that are on hard times. We helping brothers and sisters that are experiencing loss. We're taking the generosity you show us and we're turning it around, and we're being generous with the nation. And just know that SOT is somebody you can come to when you need help. We'll be there for you. All right, so let's kick this off properly, man. Yeah, one last thing. And new moon is coming, August 22nd. New moon. If you're in Atlanta, Georgia, come feast with us. All right, we have a good time. All right, we got a safe location, secure for the women and children. Come feast with us. All right. You do not have to be a member of SOT, but when you do come, please be in order. Okay. Don't come with any foolishness. That's unwelcome. But if you want to come serve the Lord, we have a place for you to do that. All right. Now, I think we can begin. All right. Sabbath class. Solutions. 3 things we can do right now to make a change. Okay. Because it's commonplace now, especially with the way this country is going, for Israelites and the situations that we're in. It's now the world is looking at it like this is your problem. Big time racist Charlie Kirk, a race baiter, gets paid to go to colleges and argue our best young minds with racist talking points, basically testing how informed you are. If you've been on SOT class, you're informed and you're ready. But most people not. We still fishing, right? He goes to colleges, he does sit downs, and he uses racist talking points, which are centered around this idea. The problems with Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans belong to them and are their fault. It is not reasonable to blame or point the finger at anyone else for the situation you're in. Slavery, being displaced, acts of violence by this country are no longer viable excuses for your financial and your societal situation. He's paid to go around making these arguments. What are we trained to do? Those of us that are civic minded, we're trained to say, yo, the reason that Black people and minorities are in this situation is because of racism in America and the racist culture of America's judicial and monetary system. It holds minorities back. There's a disproportionate amount of policing. There's a disproportionate amount of racism in corporate America that's blocking us from living the so-called American dream. We trained to say that. So now whites have built up their own polemics or debaters whose specific debate style is to argue those points down. Problem number two, Black people, because they don't have the guidance that we offering here or in this truth, they are now adopting the racist white talking points and becoming mouthpieces for them, right? Because they feel like that if they do that, there is advancement for them there. And white people are feeding them bait, saying, yeah, do that. I'll respect you more than the average Black, the average Hispanic, because you have that mind state, when it is really a part of the design to discredit valid arguments that will hold them responsible for wickedness. Did you understand what I said? Did everybody understand what I said? Are you concentrating on what I'm saying? Are you listening to me and concentrating on what I'm saying? This is important. This is what you're going through in America, in Britain, in South Africa, in Europe, in Arab Emirates. This is what you're going through. Listen to what I'm saying right now. Absorb it. I got solutions. I'm not here to make, listen, here's what they do to us. They make a platform, MSNBC, CNN, Fox News. They get somebody up there that's saying something that's obviously insensitive and racist and biased. And then they act like you can't convince me that this is insensitive, racist, and biased. As a matter of fact, you even trying to convince me of that is because you're stupid, you making excuses, and you incompetent. That's the game they play. So you need the most intelligent, well-spoken minority with a following to argue against them, to make points. And then you get a moral victory for people to go, yeah, talk that talk, clock that T. And then you think you did something. White people know exactly what they're doing in all aspects of media. They're controlling it and they understand. They know. They're not shocked. They're not amazed. They know. When they get up there and they act like what's going on in Gaza is okay and behave like you're a monster if you don't support that and peer pressure you into supporting that, they know exactly what they're doing. That does not work for you. They can mow down a bunch of black people, and if you cry bloody murder, they'll tell you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Okay? And if you decide, well, because of the atrocity that happened to me, I'm going to wage war on the people that did it to me, and any casualty outside of my specific targets is the fault of those that hurt me and not my fault, they'll drop a nuclear bomb on you. But that's what they're doing over there. The pictures are getting released. They done erased the entire Gaza. It looked like a parking lot. And it's interesting to me as I watch people who come to America and are arrogant and racist to my people. It's interesting to me as I watch them plead for understanding as they're facing a genocide. Because when we were crying about the atrocities that happened to us and the way we was treated, everybody said, oh my God, stop complaining. I come to this country with nothing. I make something of myself. Look at you. See that? Not knowing the depth of our enemy and how they operate and how evil they are and how powerful they are in their evil. So what this could do is this could take your morale all the way down. This can make you feel hopeless if you're of my people, because your politicians don't know what to say to you except disassociate from what Joel is saying right now. You're not oppressed. It's all a fantasy. Meanwhile, have you tried getting a job lately? The most educated demographic was black women. They're the most unemployed people in the United States right now. So it ain't nothing to do with school. It's nothing to do with qualifications. This administration has made it blatantly obvious that if you own a business and you don't want to work with Negroes, I'll back you. You don't have to. This is a capitalist society. Affirmative action is done. We're going to back you in the courts. You don't have to work with these people. If you don't like them and you don't want to see them, they don't need to be in your office. Well, how's that working out? Because remember, we're not oppressed, and all we got to do is go to school and get a job. You work at the pleasure of the company. What happens when the company don't want you? This is a difficult situation you're in. You need God. I'm speaking as a college-educated black man. I understand this situation. Every resume you send in, you looking at it, and if you're a researcher and you comparing it against competitive, you're like, oh no, I'm overqualified. Oh, we have decided to go with another employee, and you're like, why? It's probably that EOO part you filled out, EOE, equal opportunity employment part you filled out, and when you put Black American male, the AI said, not you, Negro. You go to the other part. I heard about that yesterday. Somebody came out with that saying that they worked in HR and that they were a very fair-skinned person. I saw this on Instagram. Very fair-skinned woman. She worked in HR and she passed for white. And she was trained to set resumes aside that had black-sounding names, or if she was aware that they were black people. So me personally, my government name don't sound like a black dude, right? Right. So if she was aware that I was black, oh no, not him, right? That's happening right now, 2025. So, I mean, it has nothing to do with how hard you work, how much school. You're not getting hired because a lot of these elites who own these corporations that you want to work for are just like Elon Musk. They racist. And they're petty racists too. They're like Neanderthal racists. Like they think black people are lazy and less capable. Like something is wrong with you. Because it was instilled in them by their forefathers that they're better and Negroes are beneath you. They're animals. See that? It's those chickens are coming home to roost now. Well, that could get very depressing. The woman said she quit the job and told those people that if you didn't know that I'm black and my father's black. And the people were like, what? Oh, and they tried to like explain it away. But she was like, she's in the middle of raising a lawsuit against them. I'm not going to say her name. I don't cause problems for her, but she's in the middle of raising a lawsuit against them. She said, they said, if you know that they're black or if they have a black sounding name, set their resume to this side. Because this particular Fortune 500 company, they just don't want no Negroes in the office. They don't want to see you. This is damaging when the elite of our people don't want to see us either. This is damaging when the elite of our people don't want to live with us either. Because I find myself, sending up curses. I go outside, garbage on the street, trash, neighbors not following the rules of the HOA, being disrespectful. Neighborhood ain't looking like it's supposed to look for what I pay for because my neighbor's not doing their part. You got nigga want to smoke his blunt in the driveway. I got my kid. I want to bring my son outside and let him play. You smoking your blunt in the drive. Let's go back in the house. Because if I approach you, then we kill each other. And I know that. And I love my people. And it's hard for me. You watch the videos. We teach at 5 points. Absolutely bananas. So if it's hard for people that love you to love you, the coons of our people, the sellouts of our people, and the other nations, they don't give a damn about you. They don't care nothing about you. And you are in a dire situation. So guess who's here to save you? The people who God set up to shepherd and look after the flock. The Israelites. Not your pastor who's telling you racism don't exist and white people are the only people that ever helped him in his life. He got to make that point. I talked to a pastor last week on Clubhouse. Y'all might have been in a room where the pastor didn't even know me from a can of paint. He just heard me state a fact about Donald Trump. He broke his finger to get on stage to say, I don't know who this guy is talking about why all white people is racist and Donald Trump is. I said, I didn't say that. What are you talking about? I didn't say that. No, I heard you talking about white people and Donald Trump. Let me tell you something. Did anybody ever? I'm from Chicago and I got shot twice and it wasn't by no white person. He's a pastor and he felt the need to make that point. You know how that makes us look as a people? And that's the guy designed to teach you about God. He didn't even listen to what I was saying. He just said, I think somebody's talking about Trump. I think I hear a black person saying something negative about white people. Let me go and tell the world how I have more problems with black people than white. What gospel is this? This is the reality that we live in. This is the reality we in. Okay? That's tough. That's going to require, if I was Umar Johnson, the hatred I would have for my own people, when I done got all these degrees and I dedicated my life into advocating and defending my people, and y'all have made a meme out of me because the school is not open yet. What school you tried to open in your life? But y'all have made a meme out of like this is, and he's not a Hebrew Israelite. He don't believe in my God and my approach. But that's something we're gonna talk about in class tonight. That's not the focus of what I'm saying. I'm saying It's very difficult to love my own people when it's so easy for my own people to attack me. Right? And the white man is sitting back. The CIA got rings on like Jordan in that one picture where he's like this. The CIA got rings on. We bombed these dudes. These Negroes is never going to get out of this hole. We destroyed their hope. We gave them sexy red. Y'all don't even care. White people told you that sexy red was given to you by the CIA. Y'all don't care. It doesn't matter. It's like, get it sexy. Get it. Y'all are sick. Right? This is tough to overcome. Okay? You got white people training AI to be racist right now because cancel culture has been removed by design, and this administration is teaching the idea that calling racism is a sign of weakness. So while they destroy Gaza and marginalize you Negroes back into poverty, they're training computers to also discriminate against you. And then your leaders that look like you are telling you that's not happening. And anybody saying that is stuck in the past or they're a victim. Yo, that's hard to beat. It could get depressing if you really care. That's why the name of this class is Solutions. Because I hate that. As a camp leader, I hate that. When brothers come on a meeting and they like, oh, this is wrong. And you know what? This ain't going to work because I thought about what you said in this one class y'all were on. I don't think that's going to. I always go, yo, stop bringing me problems and bring me solutions. You captain, right? Or you are officer, right? So you came on this call to tell me you think something's going to fail and you didn't come up with a countermeasure for it to work. You mute his filthy mic and then we move on. Right? It's about solutions, not piling on problems. Surrounding yourself with people that's forward thinking and focused on advancement. Okay? They killed all your leaders during the civil rights movement. They killed them, assassinated them. And you just said that's the way life is. There's nothing we could do. Got to move on. Now we in the age of information. They will drag you out of that car, punch you in the face on video, and somebody going to get up there and make you question what you saw. And he'll look just like you. That's the way they playing. All right? So Hebrew Israelites, what we got to do is say, ooh, we can't win that game. That game's too hard. The odds on that game are 1 to a million. I don't want to play that game. It's a game to be played, but I don't want to play it. Instead, I'm going to go over here where the odds are in my favor. We haven't figured that out yet. And when we do, we sabotage it. That's why the CIA got all them rings. Let them niggas have camps. Let them. Niggas are self-destructive. What they're going to do is turn the camps into gangs. So my camp is better than your camp, so they'll never unify. They'll just brand themselves, and it'll just be sectors just like it is now with neighborhoods. They'll never unify. Hebrew Israelites are not a factor. Let them have it. As a matter of fact, they'll destroy their own leaders. Just let them. That's the way they think of us. Y'all all got solutions. Let's start from the beginning. 3 things that we can do right now to make a change. And the first one, you're not going to like it. The first one, the video viewership is going to drop by at least 20%. I'm calling it now because the first thing that we have to do is prayer. I know all the black activists that was like, yo, y'all all be talking some real stuff. They just left. They took they Budweiser and threw it against the wall because they got a beer and they on a curb. No, listen, you are a part of a religious movement. and a cultural movement that is centered around faith. You actually believe in this God named Yahweh. You believe he has a son named Yahweh Shai. Else you be not a practicing Hebrew Israelite. You believe this. Part of believing this is believing that the things that they left behind in written form are for your edification. If you believe that, then you have to turn to these things and tap into them. And the primary thing is prayer. You have to make supplication to your God to help you out of your circumstance, and then have faith that he will move in your favor. If you have not faith, you're destroyed. It's nothing you can do. I gotta tell you that. This is not for the Umars. This is not for the Hoteps. This is not for the black activist nationalists. This is not for the Black Panthers that's in the chat. That some watch me because they don't care about that. All they want me to hear is talk about money. I know, but I'm talking to the Hebrew Israelites that are on Sabbath class with me. If you do not have adequate faith, we are never getting out of this situation, and we've lost. I'm telling you this. You have to believe that your Savior, your melanated Savior, is coming back, and he's going to deliver you and be your Messiah. That belief motivates you to change your behavior, and the change in your behavior changes your nation. The motivating factor was your faith. If you don't believe these things, you're not going to move, and you're going to half-ass your way through this truth like you see everyone doing. Social media has created hundreds of thousands of lukewarm Israelites that don't really believe. They only believe in the things that they like. Because of that, your nation is stagnant and has no movement. And your leaders, who are visionaries and actually sacrificed and made things happen, have hundreds of thousands of new critics. And nobody is accountable. That's why the camps are not moving like they were moving when they were blooming in the 90s, when the camps were exploding in number. Now there's the parabolas coming down. It is because of ease of access. Sons of Thunder has been teaching you how to look at brothers in a camp as holy men. Sons of Thunder has been teaching you how to be in a camp. Sons of Thunder has been teaching you how to be a man of the people while being true to your discipline. That is the purpose of all of my practical edification. Without adequate prayer, you will not see any results in this situation. The Bible says it from beginning to end. The Israelites have to pray and petition their God. Does everybody understand? Does everybody understand what I'm saying? I had to say that. I know the Hoteps don't like that. I know the black militants ain't like that. Nigga ain't talking about no money. Nigga ain't talking about no guns. So we gonna pray the white man away? Yes. Because we're Hebrew Israelites. If we're not true to what we believe, we're a hoax and a fraud. And a lot of us are moving as a hoax and a fraud. We're actually social media influencers disguised as deacons and elders and captains and generals and lords and Adawanyam. We're actually social media influencers. We're not spiritual men who actually believe in this God named Yahweh, who will move on our behest because we pray to him and live in a certain way that provokes him to move in our favor. Now, there's a right way to pray. I'm going to show you that. The right way to pray is here. I'm going to put it on the screen for you. I'm gonna show you a couple and we're gonna move on. I'm not gonna teach all night because the camp video started late. All right, I'm off crazy medication, yo. I gave in. Yo. I had to start taking the pills, bro. The headaches was bananas. I couldn't I was tired of being down and all sad like that, right? So I started taking big pharma, bro. It worked. I feel good. Check this out. This is 1 John 5:14. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. And if we know that he hears us, whatsoever we ask, we know that we have the petitions we desired of him. Did y'all know that it was in the Bible? Our confidence in Yahweh is that if we ask for anything, as long as it's in accordance to his will, we getting that. You come to Passover, what we praying for? What we praying for at Passover? We say, yo, we're not here to eat. We're not here to look at the garments. We're here to send up them prayers. And we send up them curses on the heathen, and we mean it, man. And we ask for the Most High to destroy, maim, break, send death, killings, punishments, anguish, and sorrow amongst the heathen that malign us. We ask for that. If it's not happening, maybe you ain't got no faith that Yahweh gonna do that. Maybe you just there waiting for us to hurry up and finish so that you could get some of that food because you can smell it. Where is your evidence of faith? It's in prayer. For a man to bow his face to the floor and pray, that's evidence of faith. Because you don't do that for nothing. But some of y'all don't pray. The reason you don't pray, listen, the reason you don't pull your car over in the middle of the day and put your head against the steering wheel and just give God thanks is because you don't believe. The reason you're not absorbed in prayer is because you don't believe. You don't really believe. The only time you pray is when we do the mandatory prayers. Because this is a ritual for you. This is a community that you are part of. This is not a faith-based nation that you belong to. You don't see it like that. You don't wake up on Saturday and go, I gotta go to camp. You don't feel like that. You don't say, woe is me if I don't preach the gospel. I gotta go to camp. Ishmael is praying 4 times a day. The missiles is dropping. Blow! House gone. Ishmael, see, I would show all these things to make the class more visually appeasing, but then they're gonna strike the channel. Gotta be careful. I know how to play Esau's game. You ain't gonna get me. We got access to a lot of souls through this YouTube channel. And if you watch, I've been carefully nurturing this channel. Okay? Carefully nurturing this channel. Because I will show you. Ishmael picking up his dead. Like, damn, this is a civilian. This is a kid. What? Why they sniping kids? The Israelis going crazy, having a ball, because the world government is sanctioning it. So there's no penalty. So they could just get out all their sadistic bloodlust, right? Could you imagine if for a day they said, yo, all you black people that's mad at white people, tomorrow's open season. You know, it'd be dangerous to be white, right? Because it's a lot of black people that's not coons, that's mad about history and the way things went. It's a lot of Africans that's mad. Okay, it's a lot of East Indians that's mad. Okay, it's a lot of Polynesians that's mad. Imagine, yo, it would be unsafe to be outside, right? Well, they basically said it's open season on all the Palestinians. Like, open season, you can do. Ain't no war crimes, just violate. And then over here in the court of public opinion, you got all these polemics arguing that you actually the animal because you saying free Palestine. You an evil person. October 7th. It's like, bro, that one day, my people was made slaves for 400 years. I go to National Archives, I can show you the people in my family who was made slaves and how they was mistreated. And it was longer than one day. And then it turned into Jim Crow. And then it turned into post-Jim Crow racist America now, where my college degree means nothing because your ATS scanner found out I was black and I can't have my dream job because the CEO don't like niggas. Tough luck, darky, right? So it would be tough to go outside if it was open season on white people. Well, that's what they did to the Palestinians. Open season. So I would show you the clips and the channel will be gone tomorrow, man, right? The channel will be going in a day. So that's the reason I got to talk it through to you, man. Those people praying hard to Allah, who you know is a false God, and they're getting bombed into oblivion. Yet you proclaim to have the true and living God, but you don't pray to him because you really don't have faith. Something that the Most High struck his name from my memory. Polite said many years ago that made me angry. He said, you Hebrew Israelites are liars. You don't really believe in your God. And the reason I know that is because some of y'all can't make ends meet. I'm rich. He said that. Some of y'all can't make ends meet. Pray to your Yahweh. He might have said Yahweh shall to be mocking to pay your rent. You know why you won't do it? Because that will be confirmation that your God is not real. He said that. And that hurt me. It struck me to the core because I had to think to myself, like, that's a hell of a scoff. Pray to your God to pay your rent. And tomorrow your rent is not going to be paid because your God ain't doing that for you. Your sky daddy, that's right. He's not going to do that for you. And that'll be confirmation that your God is false. So you won't even pray to him. And he laughs at the camera. Well, now the Most High got him sitting in jail. You're never going to see him again. That's one of the reasons why I know Yahweh is real. Because you can't scoff him. And the reason that he's in jail is not for mocking the false white Jesus. It's for mocking our God. That's why he's sitting in jail. The Most High destroyed him, tore his ass down. He was one of the most popular in the conscious community. Brother's gone. You don't see him no more. Sarah Suit said it, gone. You don't see him no more. Gone. Hebrew Israelites, we standing tall, but what are we standing on? You got to stand on your faith. If you, listen, you not in this thing if you don't pray. If you don't stop and go, yo, I just need to thank the Most High real quick, yo. Yo, give me a second. You're not really believing. You don't believe. Because to believe is to fear. And to fear is to be grateful. Yo, sometimes, man, I used to say this to the brothers. How you going to let a Christian out praise you? They rolling in the aisles, foaming in the mouth, wigs falling off. How you going to let them out praise you? You got the real God. They praying to white Jesus harder than you pray to the real God who created heaven and earth alone, and there was none with him. I have to say that because that's the truth. You're not You gonna let them pray harder than you? These are things you need to think about, man. If you don't pray, you don't believe. Therefore, your reality. Say the world is about you. Say you the main character, and Yahweh all is just ones and zeros in this matrix just for you. And your reality is the only reality. And the rest of us exist for you. This is your world. I'm a level with you. If you don't pray, then your world don't change. Why should it? You don't really believe. You deserve to stay in Esau's matrix as his pet until the sun burn out. Because what God is going to move for someone that don't believe in him? The only time you niggas pray is when you get a terminal illness. Then it's prayer time. It's late, bro. Because you should have been praying for the Most High to keep you out of the situation. You should have constantly been praying. You think twice about that Passover prayer now, don't you? That Passover prayer is not just repeating what you think the Hebrew sound like. You're going to show up after the prayer. Yo, can I have a transcript of the prayer in Hebrew? Why you want the transcript? Because I really need to be saying this prayer, because I really want this. I want the Most High to move Esau out the way. I'm tired of him. He's had the earth for long enough, and he's run it into the ground. He makes jokes. He says we never built a 2-story building, as if his metropolis matters, when all it is we wake up and go to a job we hate, pay bills, eat food we hate, and go to bed and then do it again tomorrow and never see our children. That's the life he created for us. And he brags about it. I'm tired of him being in power. Yahweh, move him. Now you praying. Now you praying. Not just, yo, I hope I could get this job to work for Esau that I really want. Yahweh, can you get me this job so that I can go and work for you? You pray for that. You pray for Yahweh to help you serve Edom. And then he'd look at your name on the ATS scanner and it say Malik. Throw that shit, man. Get that shit out. Well, no damn Malik's in this office, man. Are y'all awake in the chat? Are y'all awake? Solutions. Yes. For spiritual people that are on my class, the step 1 is prayer. I got to get you another scripture because y'all don't know what y'all doing. Okay. Y'all don't even know how to pray. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you. This is more important than men's personal lives, ain't it? This is your life. Check me out. Make sure y'all subscribing, man. Give me a subscription, man. Don't just watch the video and watch the class. Let me get that subscription, man. Be back here next Friday. I'm going to be here. As long as my health hold up, I'm here, man. To the Most High don't need me. I don't have no use. And then I fully expect all the brothers that have been wearing my logo to step up and teach the same way. Tawada Manos Lot. He said, a day of learning. Once again, Tawada for the beautiful donation. Thank you, brother. Over the years, you supported us so much. I'm so grateful to you, Ak. Thank you for sharing with us. Now, look at this. This is how you pray. Hold on. What thing you desire when you pray, believe that you have received it, and you shall have it. You praying, but you don't believe you're going to get it. You don't have no faith. You like the idea of being a Hebrew Israelite, but you don't believe in this. You don't believe that Elijah was taken up in a chariot of fiery horses. You don't really believe that happened. You don't believe that Noah and the animals, you don't believe it. You think it's just Bible talk. You don't really believe it, bro. Okay? You believe in PlayStation. You believe in Wi-Fi. You believe that planes can fly and satellites. You believe in fiber optic cables. You believe in computers. You don't believe that Jesus Christ resurrected Lazarus from the dead and he took his bandages off and he was like walking around. You don't believe it, bro. You don't believe that. You don't believe it. Face to face, mano a mano. You don't believe that Peter walked on water. You look at water and you go, that's impossible. Right? But you feel that you need to believe in this because it's tradition. And if I'm going to believe in this, Hebrew Israelite is the way to believe in it. So I'll be that. You don't believe that the spirit came in the room and a tongue of fire appeared above somebody's head. You don't believe it. They just wrote that. It never really happened. But I'm not going to say that. But in your heart of hearts, behind the wall, behind the mask, you don't believe none of this. That's why nothing you want happens when you pray. Because you don't believe. You like the idea of the white man being Esau, but you don't believe that Judah and Ephraim, who you like to believe that Judah is Black Americans and Benjamin is Caribbean and Levi is Haitian. You like to believe that. And Ephraim is our Puerto Rican brothers and our Northern Kingdom brothers comprised. You like to believe that, but you don't believe we ever going to come together and the white man's out of here for good. You don't believe it. And that's why everything you pray for, you never get it. Because you don't believe. How dare you pray to the only real God, but you're not doing it in earnest because you don't believe. It's just, to you, it's like fairy tales. But it's the right fairy tale. It's the socially, politically correct fairy tale. A lot of you sisters, a lot of you don't believe it. You sisters don't believe it. You don't believe that your husband is your Lord and you to honor him like Christ. You don't believe that. It say that, but come on. That's just Jerome. And that's why everything you pray for, nothing changes because you don't believe. You're a coward. You're afraid to believe. You don't want to be disappointed. You make mockery of the God of Israel, the only one supreme, true living God, the only power that ever existed. You don't really believe in him. Somehow this Bible made it through all history into your hands. Somehow you figured out you were Hebrew Israelite. Somehow. Of all the things you could have been, it happened where you figured that out, calling yourself Simeon, but you got the nerve to disbelieve. And that's why your people going to serve Esau until you die. And you're never going to see this world change. Your eyes don't deserve to see it. You don't believe it. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever you desire when you pray, believe that ye receive them, and you shall have it. There's psychological power in that scripture. There's psychological power in that style of prayer, because you're not praying, hoping, wishing. You're praying as if it's yours, which psychologically causes you to move a certain way. And this changes your reality, man. I'm not going to say too much. They listening. They got the whole feed. It's 3 screens. They got Mike, the nigga that came to fix the HVAC, he left 3 mics. I know about you, Esau. My pops told me about you. Okay. Okay. You call it paranoia. I just say, I know about you. All right. You don't believe. I believe. I got to remind myself to believe. When I get disappointed, I got to say that was supposed to happen. This is a test. I still believe. Satan can't break my faith. Never. I believe more now. And then now you become super spiritual, especially the brothers around me. Everything we see, we go, see? We say it all the time. Look, come on, bro. Because we see it everywhere now, because we believe. Our faith is growing. Surround yourself with people like that. Your lifestyle will change. You got the one real guy. I'm staying on this one for a long time. I know everybody's like, well, what's the other things? I ain't praying, bro. I ain't getting on my knees for no sky daddy. Bro, prostrate yourself with your face to the floor. Privately, too. Not for people to see you. Prove to yourself that you believe. I challenge you. Now, let's get to the second thing. The second thing. Community purpose. This is a solution. Not community. Not money. Not community chest. Not funds. Community purpose. Over the years, I've been extremely... Hey, Adawan Yakwataz made this for me. Y'all know Yakwataz? He's a brother. I think he's with the Servants right now. He made this for me. This says Kahan, priest. And then it says Yahweh Allah. This is about, this garment is like 7 years old. I put it on because I had my son wearing it. He was walking around the house wearing it. And then I was like, oh, class is about to start. I said, man, I'm going to put this on. Right? I'll be getting distracted, man. I got ADHD. Like, but it could be the medication. But look, a brother made this for me because he believed in me from a long time ago. And part of what I do is credit people in my community. Because instead of begging Esau for opportunity, at 2025, all black people should have opportunities from black people. The thing is, black people don't like black people either. It's because we had no community purpose. Now, the camps is something different. Remember that CIA joke I made? Camps don't have community purpose. You have organizational purpose. This is a flaw in your design. Remember, One West was one group. Always remember that. So then when brothers splintered and broke apart, the community purpose was divided into doctrinal issues. And then us as the new disciples, we inherited the enmity between these men who old now. What we didn't inherit was the community purpose. Brother tell you that you can't get the full access to his love and resources unless you with his camp. He don't understand community purpose. If a brother closed that door at his school and teach his constituency a disdain for brothers who not wearing the same color, they don't understand community purpose. If a brother in this truth got a school and he letting the heathen in, he don't understand community purpose. Community purpose. Everybody got it except blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Want to know an example of community purpose? Y'all want me to show you an example? Now we the Israelites, right? And them boys out in Williamsburg is the fake Jews, right? Now what you say? They got community purpose. The Asian man got community purpose. The Arab man got community purpose. Even the Africans got community purpose when they come here. They lose their mind over there in the biggest continent on the earth. They can't figure it out. But over here, they got community purpose. The East Indian man definitely got community purpose. Say it. Community purpose, not community chest money, not community think, not community action, right? Because you could bribe a bunch of niggas to do the same thing. Purpose is something completely different. Purpose involves vision for the future. This is a solution for our problems. And I'm talking to the Israelites. I ain't talking to nobody else. If your teacher closed that door and say, them other niggas that say and try to speak that Hebrew, stay away from them. They don't have community purpose. They have organizational purpose. I'm critical of that. That's a flaw in leadership. How you gonna say I got a flaw in leadership? You got 50 men, I got 10,000. You got 10,000 niggas, but you don't have a nation. You only got them guys. And them guys is not fit to bring the nation out of the garbage. They only fit to do exactly what it takes to stay with you. That's organizational purpose. Community purpose means these guys are a benefit and a credit to their race everywhere they go. And they are beneficial to their race everywhere they go. That's what SOT try to be. Listen to me. The white Jewish man got something called a gemach. That's free loan societies and good lending. I'm going to name one. The Hebrew Free Loan Association of San Francisco. Founded in 1897. They'll give you an interest-free loan up to $50,000 for housing, education, small business, and emergency. Their annual report says that they give millions of dollars without interest, and they got a repayment rate of around 99%. I need $50,000. I gotta go to the heathen. He about to hit me with a 23% interest rate. These people got something called a gemach. They don't say, if you go to the synagogue over there, don't talk to them niggas in the synagogue over there. They're not in the truth. They don't close the door and say, if you're not in this synagogue, and if they over there in that synagogue speaking a different Aramaic, stay away from them Negroes. They don't say that. No matter what synagogue, no matter what area, no matter what parish, they recognize themselves as the same people. They work together and they have programs in place that benefit them all equally. You got the Hebrew Free Loan Society. This one in New York. Founded in 1892. They gave away more than $360 million in interest-free loans to over 900,000 borrowers. You could look up their documents and IRS forms publicly. That's how they roll in. Bruh, where can I get an interest-free loan from my people? And there's billionaires of my people. Your camp got 10,000 guys paying dues. Can I come to you for an interest-free loan, sir? Oh, I gotta be in your camp. Okay. If I join your camp, will you give me an interest-free loan? Still no? Then what you doing? I'm talking about solutions tonight. The way I envision SOT to be, you never sat with me. Don't lie and say you sat with me. And what is this? What is Sons of Thunder? And what? You ain't no media outlet come and put a microphone in my face and sat with me and asked me no questions, because they know they can't play with me like that either. I don't really want to talk to them. When we get our school built, them heathens can't come to our school. Excuse me? Well, we're going to put you in front of a whole bunch of viewership. We just want to understand you. Nigga, what? No. What synagogue can I go to with a camera right now and say, walk me through the building? Which one? You got the Jewish Women's International Leadership Network. It's for women. It connects early career Jewish women with mentors in law, finance, nonprofit leadership, and tech. Where we do that at? What Hebrew Israelite mentor can I get for law, finance, nonprofit leadership, and tech? I got a sister at SOT that helped me put a nonprofit together. A sister. Walk me through the whole process. You call me, I give you that sister's information. Don't have a closed fist. Make her time worth your time. Help her. Help her as she helps you. You got the Orthodox Union Mauer Mentorship Program. Young professionals in Jewish communities seeking career guidance. Where can I get that? You got 10,000 men. I got to join your camp? Well, I'm already in this camp. Oh, it's a wrap? Okay. Sorry, sir. If I become real popular, then can I talk to you? Maybe? All right. Take a shot with me? No? All right. You be trying to reach brothers. Sir, can you respond to an email? No. Hey, Ah, can we come to the school and talk to you? No. SOT will be that for you. Brothers from other camps come to us for help with their marriages, with issues with their camp. Because what's the point of me being brother Yahweh all if I can't use that to help nobody? Because I got friends in other camps. They respect my person. Hey, Yahweh all, I like how you teach. I like you. Leaders of other camps and things of that nature. They subordinates will come to me. Yo, I'm going through this. They won't talk to me. Can you help me? I use my connections. Like, yo, I'm not trying to get in your business, but this brother's say you're not picking up the phone for him. I don't want to step on toes and try to counsel him. I understand that to be your fruit. You think these Edomites is going through that? I want a gamak. I could get a free non-interest loan. I'll sign whatever contract I got to sign, brother. Will you do that for me? I'm trying to buy this house. We're not thinking like that as Hebrew Israelites. We're very secular. We don't have what? Community purpose. I told brothers when I was doing the design for the school that I want, I said, I want it set up like Parliament or like the House of Representatives so that brothers from other schools, when they visit, they have their own section. I was thinking like that. Whoever thought like that? Mark my words in that chat. The brothers that's close to me, I know you've heard this story hundreds of times. Priest Sabak's supposed to be able to come to my school, and it's got like the podium set up, the tables and the chairs, and it's supposed to say House of Israel with a placard, and he's supposed to be able to sit right there at my school. That's his chair at my school. That's how I think, because Sons of Thunder think community purpose, not how can I exalt my organization above the stars and draw all men to me. It's not the way that it's supposed to go. I'm going to show you a scripture. You're losing concentration. You're losing concentration. If you aren't supposed to be trying to exalt your organization, if anything, you're supposed to be trying to exalt the nation. But if we be quite literal, we're supposed to be exalting Christ only. All the rest of us, no matter how many years, no matter how many debates we won, no matter how many precepts we know, no matter how many cuts, we are unprofitable servants. It don't matter. That's why you ain't got no gamak. That's why you're trying to buy that car and they charging you 17% interest and they cracking you in the head, $600 a month payment, and the car got 180,000 miles on it, and it got a check engine light. Because you can't go to your Hebrew Israelite gamak system and get the loan you need to go buy a decent car, and then you pay that back without interest so it don't ruin your family life because you just got mad. Yo, we not thinking like that. We don't even want nothing like that. Brother find out a brother got a specific talent. Oh shit, we got to use this over here. Make sure. Get off. Stop. Hold on, brother. We need to use you. Like, well, no, the nation needs you. It's more than just a yellow pages. It's honest dealing because we all the same family. The brother ain't in my camp, but he's family. Nigga didn't even know. He didn't even know. He's 20. He didn't even know about my camp. All he knows about being a Hebrew Israelite is SOT. And you looking at him funny because why you ain't joined my school? We've been around. I didn't even know. I just was walking through 5 Points. I seen these brothers. I learned my nationality. But you looking down on a brother instead of all of us being family. Because your goal is not community purpose. Your goal is organizational purpose. John 12:32. And I, this is Yahushua, if I be lifted up from the earth, will draw all men unto me. We got to lift up Yahushua, man. All men are supposed to be drawn to Christ, not us, not our elder. Brother invite me to their school, I get a gift and I go. And I sit in the class. I don't go there as leader of Sons of Thunder. I go as a brother. Community purpose. We're about to march. It's been an injustice. I got 100 guys from my group. You guys are against this wickedness too. Yes, we're against it too. Come march with us. No, we can't. You can't. You know, you can't march with us because it sends the wrong brand image. That's not community purpose. That's organizational purpose. Nobody else is doing that but black people. I never seen an Arab go, I'm a different Arab. I'm a different type of Muslim than you. You go to this mosque, I go to that mosque. So my mosque is better than yours. And anybody studying at your mosque, he not a real Muslim. I never seen it. You know when the Muslims get slick? When it comes to the NOI, they clever to say you black, that's not a real Muslim. And the NOI won't do it. He won't. He's seeking inclusion from mainstream Islam. When they rejecting him, he'll do what black pastors do. He'll find a Arab to love. When what did I do? I said, Alfonso X, I called him. I said, yo, man, let me come to your school. What difference does it make? Brother, we stand for the same thing. We love our people. I'm not coming in to debate you. You teach you the children of Israel. We do too. Let's talk. Let's break bread. Let's have some community purpose. I can't get with NOI in Atlanta. They won't get with me. I've been trying for years. Ask Captain Micaiah. They don't do it because they got organizational purpose. If the Israelites come around, it's just a weird look. They know the Bible better than we do. It could be weird. It could send a weird message. What weird message, brother? Community purpose. Now, I really need a gamak. That's crazy. They got all the money, but they loaning money with no interest to each other, as it saith in the law, and then killing you. You got to ask them for loans, just like the curses say. Oh my God, you putting weight out on the street, and then you give a consignment to niggas beneath. That's the loan you trying to do. Destroy your community to exalt yourself so you can drive a bigger car. Do you see how far behind we are? I'm going to read that again. The Hebrew Free Loan Association of San Francisco provides interest-free loans up to $50,000 for housing, education, small business, and emergency. I'm gonna ask you something. You think I could call them and go, yo, I got excellent credit. Can I access one of your interest-free loans? You think they're gonna give me money? Like, are you a Jew? That's what they're gonna say. Are you one of us? I'm gonna go, yes, I am a Jew. I'm gonna say it just like that. Yes, I'm a Jew. Nah. That's when the discrimination will begin. But we discriminate against each other without even building anything like this for ourselves. I was so hurt, not hurt like sad. I was hurt like disappointed that we don't have this. They got mentorship programs. What's the Hebrew Israelite mentorship program? Who runs that? Maybe if you join my camp, there's brothers over here making it happen. You charging brothers in your camp for your knowledge. I know about you. Community purpose is beautiful because everybody eats, right? I'm going to just be real with you. This is a simple concept, and the CIA be laughing. This is a simple concept, right? The reason your rappers don't make the music you like is because they can't live off of the lifestyle that having you as a fan affords. You make Timberland, Polo, Ferragamo, Mercedes, YSL, Rolex, whatever Israeli jeweler in your vicinity or heathen jeweler, make them rich. Black people don't even wear black clothing designers. The CIA is up $1 million because they made a movie in the 40s, how to sell to the Negro. And the number one thing they said is the Negro needs status because he feels so small. He feels important. The more expensive an item is, the more he wants it. Except if it's from your own people, all of a sudden it's like, nah, that's unreasonable. Why? Because there's no status in buying from your own people. That's how they beat you. No community purpose. If you made it your community's purpose to purchase and buy from your own people, immediate turnaround. Who cares about an ATS scanner wondering if I got a black name? I'm not even trying to work for you. I got mentorship from the Hebrew Israelites walking me into a career. A whole bunch of black business owners, millionaires that know the truth. Because they weren't pushed away from the truth because they didn't see a bunch of infighting and childish behavior on the low level when they began to look into it. And they adopted this as their way, and we gained a whole bunch of assets, all a part of God's design. Man, listen. Y'all do more damage than good with the games that y'all be playing on this social media and on this YouTube. Which some of y'all YouTube channels need to be taken. We don't need you. We don't need you, Ak. Community purpose. Time to have a baby? Go to my people. Time to buy clothes? Go to my people. Time to buy a car? Go to my people. Time to buy a house? Go to my people. Time for an electrician? Go to my people. Time for a plumber? Go to my people. Time for daycare? Go to my people. Time for aesthetics? Go to my people. Time for health? Go to my people. Job creation would be bananas. But that's not the vision for the nation. Why? Because we don't believe that that's our community's purpose. The purpose of your community is to take care of you. Why are you asking someone from another community to take care of you? Why are you leaving your community, moving into someone else's community, and they follow you around and ask, where do you live? And why are you over here? You got to have that awkward, pull out your camera phone while the white person follows you around and says, just tell me what house you live at. I'll leave you alone. You're just walking around, man. Just tell me. First of all, you in his community. That's why he doing that. Because his community purpose is to keep you niggas. Community purpose. We have no community purpose. That is the pray for community purpose. Use the solution number 1 to walk you into solution number 2. I can't believe the state that we're in. I can't believe that I was born into a nation in this disarray. I can't believe this. I cannot believe that the heathen has gotten up this high above me and I have been brought down this low. I cannot believe this. I can't believe this. I can't believe that people older than me in positions of power that look like me haven't done everything they can to change this. I can't believe this. I can't. And I'm upset. And I'm mad about that. I'm bitter about that. The last thing that can make a change. First, we're going to pray. Because we're not just going to be reciting. We're going to exercise adequate faith. That's going to make a change. People moving like that live differently. Then we're going to establish community purpose. We're going to completely rethink this Israelite thing. We have been using our resources in isolation when all of us together are one community. And we've turned this into religious gang membership. Them 65-year-old men who's in charge of all of these camps is going to rethink that now. Because I know y'all be watching. Y'all going to rethink this. And y'all going to sit down with your organization and go, we don't owe these niggas nothing in these other groups, but I cannot, of clean conscience, teach this isolation theory anymore. Those brothers is not cowards. Those brothers is not bitch ass niggas. Those brothers is not wicked because they speak the Hebrew. Why do we have the heathen in here with us when our nation is in this situation? All of y'all are excused, and all of us need to be able to have, the Hebrew Summit be brothers that like each other. That's the Hebrew Summit. No, it's supposed to be all the organizations that have outreach and community purpose. We're supposed to all come together in one space. Your 65-year-old leader laughs at what I just said. And he's going to call a meeting and tell you, don't you get it in your fat head that we will ever come together with those niggas over there that wear that other color. And you're going to realize what I said tonight and why it's so hurtful. We have no community purpose. But if we get it, immediate change. That's a solution. Then maybe we could get some gamaks. Okay? Oh my God. Imagine. This leads us to the last thing I want to mention tonight. After you do that, you establish a code. After you do that, you establish a code. I'm not talking about the rules of your camp. We are not on code. Not as a people, not as Israelites. The other nations are always on code. Right now, I'll give you the example again. Right now, the Israeli military soldiers are brutalizing children. You know it, and I know it. Politicians know it. Military authority knows it. And they know them guys is doing that because they sadistic. They love violence, and we've taken the governor off and made it open season, and they're just living out their bloodlust. They know that. But because they on code, they're not going to say. We cannibalize our own people in this thing of ours. We crucify them in front of the whole world. We don't call private meetings. We don't have a summit with community purpose where we talk about the issues in the nation and go, hold on, brother, that's off. That's not a good look. Here's what we think. The leader of the other council. See, we'll do that for drug dealers when they divide in territories in a city. Wise to do evil, but to do. We will destroy each other publicly. And I'm speaking about myself. Men who've been teaching longer than me take shots at me. And all I've ever done is try to uplift this nation. And I watch brothers who thought they had me dead to rights because a slander arose. They took shots at me to knock me down. A brother who's dedicated to helping the nation. Because they thought they had me. But these is guys that's like supposed to have community purpose. And they own organization, but they said, oh, they put their sights on me. Put your sights on Esau, man. What are you trying to shoot at me for? I would never do that to you. I'm always on code. I hear somebody talking about you, and I know you, or we got to call them. I'm not going to be party to a conversation where we murmuring about somebody. I'm not going to do that. You know, that's just against, I don't think we should do that as Israelite men. Let's not have the conversation that way. Let's call the brother. That's the way I move. I teach that to, I only got 50 guys. I teach that to them. If you don't see them with me no more, they don't follow that. You can't be around me. You don't do that. You murmuring in the background. That's how you destroy something. You got to be on code. How dare I publicly lambast you and tear you down? Well, we got to protect the sheep. And y'all always defending. We're not defending nothing, stupid nigga. We on code like the other nations. I never seen a rabbi go at another rabbi. I never seen it. They be giving babies herpes when they moil and suction the blood with their mouth. I never seen another rabbi say, this rabbi did that. You look at CNN, they got a famous rabbi, Rabbi Shmuley. He sells sex toys. Calls himself a rabbi. He's all over CNN, MSNBC, Pierce Morgan, and all of them. I never seen another rabbi go, that rabbi is off, and we don't associate with him and affiliate with him. I never seen it. You know why? They on code. Far be it from me to humiliate the entire Jewish movement by criticizing the worst of us. We'll handle that in-house. Why we don't do that as Israelites? I've been trying to teach this for about 3 months now. For how long, Ashala, Micaiah, how long we been trying to teach this? Going back maybe 5 months now. Brother said we was wicked for trying to move this way. Well, you niggas is trying to defend. It was in the chat earlier in the camp video before this lesson. Somebody in the chat who thought they knew what we was talking about. Or y'all always defending. Yo, bro, what? We on code, stupid. We establishing a code. You can't be. Everything we teaching is establishing the code. Go back and watch all the videos. 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 Everything we teaching is to establish the code. This is the way we got to move. Y'all always talking about this. Yes, nigga. These are the solutions. This is the answer. Establish a code. You're moving off code, bro. Stop doing that. I don't care how many debates you won, how many channels you've been on, how long your organization been around. You moving off code. The code has to be for the nation to always be in the positive. How many people write this in our YouTube comments? Hebrew Israelites trying to bring people in, but they fighting among themselves. It's always a nigga saying that because everybody's watching. Y'all don't give yourself enough credit. Number one, y'all ain't got no faith. So I wouldn't expect you to have a vision. You have no faith. So you can't see the forest for the trees. Everybody's watching us. Hebrew Israelites? Oh, these niggas the real Jews? Then they watch one video. In one camp video from any camp, you understand something right away. Oh, these niggas know the Bible. So don't tell me nothing. You're not talking. Shut up talking to me. You're not talking to me. Don't talk to me. The worst camp will teach the most arrogant, I think I know the Bible nigga. In one camp video, he got to be real with himself. In one camp video, damn. That's some heavy understanding. There's a lot of scriptures. I ain't know the Bible said that right there. It do say that. Oh, these dudes know. You think people not noticing that? They're not going to give you the credit. They're going to front on you. They supposed to do that. They skeptics. They want you to prove yourself because that's the way they treat it. That's black people. Nigga. Shadur Sanders is the Johnny Unitas Award winner, son of the greatest cornerback to ever play the game, Hall of Famer, first ballot. Everybody know Deion Sanders. His son has been coached by NFL offensive coordinators his entire life and mentored by Tom Brady. His father is the best corner to ever play the game. So that's his mental opponent, because the number one opponent for a quarterback is what? The corner. That's who you're playing against. So he's also mentoring his son. We're supposed to act like we don't know none of that? The white man is on code. This nigga not coming in my NFL with all of that money and endorsements like he own the place. We're gonna humble this nigga. And y'all will refuse to establish a code. Any idiot with any platform, you kiss the boot. All of you. That is my critique of the nation. You're going to respect my mind, bro. You ain't got to like it. You're going to respect my mind. That's my critique of the nation. Anybody with a platform or any notoriety or fame, you kiss the boot and kowtow to them. But your brothers, you're disrespectful and negative, and you're never on code. Hebrew Israelites, that's what y'all doing. You're going to stop. Let's say this together. The solutions are prayer. Everybody write it in the chat. To pray is not to recite. That's a ritual. The Bible said don't even do that. The heathens do that. It's vain jangling. Everybody say it in the chat. Prayer involves faith. When you demonstrate adequate faith, that changes things, because people move differently when they move with faith, when they really believe. That's how you could give away $360 million in interest-free loans. I really believe this. My people's the best. I'm going to help the children of my people. Here's $50,000. No interest. Nepotism. When you get where you're going, just help my nephew. Why we don't do that? Niggas hate seeing niggas in the workplace. When you get a job and your homie say, yo, where you working at? You don't even want to tell them. Look at you. Look at you. Disgusting. Everybody say prayer. Prayer. Next thing. Community purpose. Get familiar with this. Community purpose. Not organizational purpose. Old nigga who's still mad about a meeting that you had in Harlem in 1991 that you couldn't figure out, and y'all beefing through young men who idolize you for the last 30 years. Old nigga. No. Not organizational purpose. Community purpose. Everybody type it in the chat. Community purpose. And then after that, we establish a code. We establish a code. These other nations, we ironclad. Us. Nothing up but us. And our Christ and our God. And we stay on code. Isn't it true that one of your leaders did this? Hey, brother, why are you asking me about another man? Go into the Bible and let's talk about tailbearing and cut that fool. Don't ask me that. Community purpose leads directly into establishing a code. Medicine's starting to wear off. Look, think about what I said tonight. Watch the lesson a couple times. All right. I put all my energy into this. All right. Give me another watch, a like, and subscribe. Come back next week. We build more. Look at the number at the bottom of the screen. When you call in, mute your phone. We're going to send up the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. We're going to have somebody interpret in English. Please make sure your phone is muted out of respect for the prayer. Because we're praying for real with adequate faith. Okay? My name is Brother Yahweh. Peace and safety to the elect in the four corners of the earth. These are solutions and changes you can make right now. Or you can stay the same and you can stay at the bottom. Change your mind, change the world.
Thank you for watching. If you would like to support the body, you can donate via Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle. We are the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved.